Hey guys, behind me I have the Shearwater 125 and we're gonna be comparing to the Makana 100 from Vibe. Whoa, 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 look at both of them right here. Super cool stuff, man. Whoa, take a look at the Shearwater. You see that there? The rudder is the Bixpy rudder that is easy to attach it. See that Bixpy sign there? Boom. But the Makana has the old rudder. To tell you the truth, I'd rather just have this rudder. Here, they did it so it turns better, but it doesn't turn that much better. As a matter of fact, I think there's something a little weird about the way that the Makana turns. And I don't talk much about it because maybe it's just me that I have that problem with it. I don't know. This is the second Makana I used and I feel like it has the same problem. So I'd rather have the bigger rudder like the one that you have on the Bixpy. And if you look at it, it's wider. The blade is actually wider. So maybe that's, you know what? I should test that out because I'm gonna be using the Makana a lot. The Shearwater 125, I've already done all the videos I could with it. So it's gonna have to be moving to the next owner who's gonna love it. Hopefully we're gonna post this one on sale soon. But the Makana has a lot of life here at the Aliex Kayak shop. Hey guys, this video is made possible by the best Outdoors lithium batteries. Simply the best battery you could buy with your money. It's 2023. It's time that you upgrade your super heavy lead acid battery. Get an Outdoors lithium batteries. Look, this is 36 volts, 60 amp hour. It's waterproof. Yeah, you could put this thing underwater. I mean, don't leave it there, but you could literally splash it, you know, and it'll be fine. And guess what? Outdoors have been in the business for a long time. They have super great prices, really good quality, and super real warranty. Like if you have a problem with the batteries, just reach out to them. They'll help you out. There's a new lithium battery company out there. Like every single day, you find an ad for a new one. I wouldn't trust them. I would go with Outdoors lithium batteries because they've been around for a long time and they want to take care of you. So, you know, be careful what you do when you buy a lithium battery. Choose the best. I want you to take a look at this. Look at these two boats. The Shearwater to me is my favorite. The Makana is a really nice little boat. You could do pretty much anything you could do on the Shearwater, but I mean this one has, the design is lovely, it paddles very nice, it's a longer boat, so if you need to cover more water, this is it. But enough with my likes and dislikes. Let's talk about the boats. See, the Shearwater right here is bigger. It has a pointer nose, it's a longer nose compared to the Makana, which is like more compact, it's wider, and that is because they wanted to make this boat very stable. That not just somebody with experience, but even a newcomer will be able to use this boat to stand up and fish without having to worry about stuff. And you could see why. See how wide it is right here? Starting right off the bat, it turns fat. The Shearwater is more like, kind of like a triangle, and it gets fat in the middle. Both these boats, well, the Makana comes with the S drive, which is right there, but I highly recommend you get a Hobie drive like this because that drive over there, dude, is the old technology from Hobie, and I just rather save the money. Like the Shearwater is $1,700 without the drive, and then just buy the adapter, buy one from Jack Gadget to take the Hobie drive, the 180, and just buy a Hobie 180 drive. I would do that. Like that Shearwater 125 with the Hobie drive is pure amazingness, and I highly recommend you do that. So here, going back on the Makana, they did some changes that will help the boat itself. You see that little metal piece? It's gonna hold that console in the center that's gonna take the drive and everything else, maybe a Bixpy. It's gonna hold it more tied down. It's a stronger hold compared to here with the Shearwater. That's why I was saying maybe it's best to get a Jack Gadget adapter. Like buy this boat, just the boat without the drive, and get the Jack Gadget adapter and then get the drive. I'm gonna link all that stuff down below if you wanna check it out. So gear tracks. Something cool about the gear tracks in the Makana, they added this little cut right here where it will be easier just to drop the accessories as opposed to like this top loading gear tracks, which is a headache sometimes to remove things. Look, I'm trying to remove it right now. Can't yet. let me see. Okay, great. But here, you don't have to do that. You just drop it in the middle and move it. And just tie it down. I'm not gonna do that right now, but you get the idea. So, moving to the middle of the boat, you have standing pads right there. You got cup holders that drain out, and also, you see there, the transducer cover, like if you wanna put the transducer underneath the boat and not on the side, there's a little pocket there that protects the transducer, and they use that scupper hole under the cup holder for that. The cable will come out of there and come here to your gear tracks, and then you have perfect fish finder solution for your boat. Nice handle in the middle. Over there in the Shearwater, you also have a handle in the middle. Now, something cool they did with the Makana, you can see that the Makana is kind of like a refined Shearwater, but smaller. Is, see this here? It's flat. Over here, you have that arc, which when you're paddling sometimes, that's really gets on the way. But it's also nice when you want to drop a paddle on top or a rod, or you want to tie it down, you just want to put it, stage it there. See, sometimes it's good, sometimes it's bad. So talking about the seat, I like the Shearwater seat that are on a rail. That means you could push it back and forward depending how big you are. The Makana, you could still have multiple sitting positions. You could go high and low and all that stuff, but it's not on a rail system, which actually could be nicer, because once you put the seat there, they're there. They're not gonna be moving. Here, you're gonna have to tie this down a lot. Now, the Shearwater has multiple sitting solutions. You could have a perch. There's a lot of stuff that even myself already forgot about it, because you know, I haven't used this boat in a little while, but you have multiple sitting positions. And also you got some nice, deep, giant cuts that will definitely be able to hold a Bixpy battery or tackle boxes. And you got cup holders too. You don't have that here. Well, you do sort of, like, see, you could put plano boxes there and over there, but you won't be able to put the Bixpy battery, but you could put it underneath the seat. Also, something that is missing here from my Shearwater, and I don't know what it is, I'm gonna have to find it, is the tray that goes under the seat. I'm not sure what that is, but there is a tray that will come under the seat. I need to look it up. I need to search for it somewhere in the house. Now if we keep moving forward, you see the Makana has 2 flush mounted rod holders, and that is it. The Shearwater has 4 flush mounted rod holders, and they're pointing direct here, which for trolling may not be the best idea. This one from the Makana, they're sort of pointing like this here. Those rods will get tangled, so the positioning of both is not the best. Let's talk about the tang well. Even though the Makana has a tiny profile 10 foot, you still have a decent sized tang well that could even take a nice black pack or cooler. Here on the Shearwater, you sort of have kind of like the same width, but a little longer tang well. So if you move here to the end, to the rear of the Shearwater, you see that there? Those are for shallow anchoring system. You could get one from Power Pole, like an electric one, and spend $1,000 on it, and you might never use it. Or you could get one from Yak Gadget, and manual one is a few $100s, and it's gonna work just as well. Just put it there. Actually, you could afford 2 of them. Here on the Makana, you have the same thing. You have dual setup. Now, these are looking kind of like sideways. So it would be nice if they were looking here, but no, they're not. They're like looking this way. So what that means, if you're gonna put a trolling motor there, your bracket may look like this. So not the best implementation, I would say. I like it better when they're like pointing to the rear. I don't know why they decided to put it to the side. And the same thing here on the Shearwater. Boom. Now let's talk about the rotor system. Makana, you don't have the footrest. You see on the Shearwater, you got footrest. On the Makana, you don't have footrest. So if your idea is to get a boat and put a Bixpy in the rear, the Shearwater is your boat. Because it comes already with the footrest, which give you that true hands-free fishing setup, or you could use the steering handle that you have right here. on the left, or you could put it on the right, depending who you are. On the Makana, you could move the rudder to the other side. You see it has that there, but you don't have the full rest. So that's a major win for the Shearwater. Let's talk about some specs. The Makana is 10 feet long, 33 inches wide, and it's very stable at 33 inches wide, guys. That's crazy. The whole weight is 55 pounds. Like if you remove the drive, you remove the seat, you're looking at 55 pounds. The total weight of the seat, the boat, and the drive, 77 pounds. That's some crazy talk, man. It says that it holds 400 pounds, but just track probably 50 from that, and really holds 350 pounds. Now, this boat costs $1,600, and it comes with the X drive. I don't see an option of just buying the boat. I wish it would sell it for like $1,000, $1,100, whatever, and then allow you to secure your own drive. Now, when it comes to the Shearwater, just the boat with this boat that you see right here, is $1,700. The boat, just a paddling boat, costs more money than the Makana because it's a bigger boat, and as we went over, it includes more things than the Makana. Like for example, I didn't cover this because it was covered by the drive, but you have front hatch right there. You got that storage place there. You got another hatch here in the back to get access here. The Makana doesn't have a rear hatch. It does have a hatch right here in the front, and let me bit right there. But it doesn't have as many things as you would with the Shearwater. Now, if you buy the drive and the pod drive, you're gonna have to add another $600-700 to the price of the Shearwater. So if you need a boat with a drive and you only have $1,600 to spend, totally the Makana, go for it. If you live in a space where you don't have a lot of space, you have a balcony, Makana, you know, if you have a SUV, not a truck, and you're a smaller person, of course, all this assuming you're not huge, you could actually use a Makana, go for the Makana. That's what I would recommend. Let's talk about some of the specs here on the Shearwater. It's 12 feet and a half. The name says it, 125. It's 35 inches wide, crazy. The whole weight is 82 pounds, fully loaded. It's 109 pounds, but then add 11 pounds or so for the drive and the console. Like, you may be looking at 120 pounds fully loaded Shearwater, which is not bad at all. This doesn't feel like a heavy boat for me. It is a boat that you could do a lot of stuff to it as well. You could definitely put a bracket here and put a trolling motor like I've done before with a spot lock and autopilot and have a beautiful time on the water. I really like boats that already come set up with this, because I just need to snap a motor in the rear and it's glorious. So again, like, if you have me choose between these two, definitely Shearwater 125, 100%. If you tell me, you put limitations on me, hey, you don't want to lift a lot of weight, you live in a small apartment, this is plenty of boat. It's very stable. But hope this video helped you, and sorry if I'm not on my game today. I'm just tired. Most people already click off, but if you're a hardcore fan, thank you, appreciate you. I'm putting a lot of videos together so I could take 4 months off and go shoot a special video for me, for you guys, for everybody, and also take some time off of YouTube and think about the content going forward, because YouTube is not anymore about the little guy with a little camera making a video. There is real competition out there. We're basically competing against Hollywood, and I don't know if you heard, there's a strike going on in Hollywood. You know what the end result of that is gonna be? More people going to YouTube, trying to be independent of studios. There's gonna be more competition. So if you're watching this, I truly appreciate you. Drop a like, drop a comment, share this video, and go and watch the rest of the videos. If you have any questions about any kayaks, just go to YouTube, type kayak name and my name, and you should see a video from myself about that kayak. Thank you. I'll see you soon.